You have to be able to train your body and your mind. When they work together, there's no limit to what you can experience. But you can have $1 billion and have a miserable life, true? And you can have no money whatsoever and have a magnificent life, because it all comes down to the patterns of emotion you have. If you got $1 billion and your primary home, the emotions you come back to, your brain finds a way to get back there, whether it's good or bad, is to feel frustrated and angry, then the quality of your life is frustrated and angry. It has nothing to do with $1 billion. If you have the most beautiful children, a great husband, wife, great family, but the primary emotions you live in every day is worry and stress, then you don't experience the love and joy of your family. Your life is called worry and stress. In other words, if you want to jot this down to start, the quality of your life, and by the way, how many of you came here for this time because you're ready to go to the next level? You're ready to make 2021 your best. You want an extraordinary quality of life. Say I. Write down, the quality of my life is the quality of my emotions. If you have certain emotions, it won't matter how much you achieve. It won't matter if COVID's here or not. It won't matter if there's political division or not. You're going to be miserable. And if you can find a way to master this internal emotion where you have more gratitude or more joy or more excitement or more passion or more drive or more hunger or more playfulness, your life will completely transform. Because the way we measure our life is how we feel. And yet most of us are not emotionally fit. And it's nobody's fault. We've grown up in an environment, many of us, where it's gotten easier and easier and we've gotten weaker and weaker. I mean, think about technology. Technology is starting to use us instead of us use technology. It's starting to condition us. I'm sure many of you have seen The Social Dilemma. If you haven't, you should watch it. It shows how the people that use social media literally have engineered how to change the way you think and feel so they can get you to do certain things the way they want it. It's a little scary, but you can take back control. In order to take control, though, we have to become emotionally fit. I don't mean intellectually fit. I'm talking about where fitness is a state of readiness. I'm sure you've heard of emotional intelligence, those skills, those awarenesses that can allow you to interact better with human beings, have better quality of life potential. And I think emotional intelligence is wonderful. But this week is about emotional fitness. See, you can have a capacity, an intelligence, and not use it, right? But fitness is a state of readiness, like I am ready right now to move, to do this. And if you wire yourself, if you train yourself to be in the best emotional states possible, you're going to find everything in your world will change. Because the mental emotional state we're in controls what we feel and therefore what we do. And if you want to change your results, you got to change your actions. If you want to change your actions, you got to change the pattern of emotion. If you want to change the pattern of emotion, you got to change what you do in your head and with your body. And by the way, each morning we'll start out with some of that Egoscue work, because I really want to get you so that your body, when your body feels structurally strong, when everything is centered, your emotions are different as well.
There's a 5-second window between the instincts, the shoulds, the urges, the inner wisdom, the things that can change your life if you listen to it. Got a 5-second window from the moment you feel that instinct to move. And if you don't, your brain is actually designed to kill it. 5 seconds is all you have. The second you hesitate, and you feel yourself hesitating, that is a moment of huge power, because what's happened is you've just started to pull back from something that you need to lean into. And if you count backwards 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this is the neuroscience behind why this stupid little trick works, counting is an action. Counting backwards requires focus. It's also not a habit for you yet. So when you feel yourself hesitate, you're triggering your mind that something's up. Your mind now goes into a cognitive bias called the spotlight effect. It magnifies whatever it was that you hesitated doing. Like all of a sudden, you're like, hey, I don't feel like it. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll do it later. And your mind is doing it because your mind's trying to protect you. Hesitation signals a red flag to your mind that something's up. Just that small hesitation. It's a habit that we all have. Should you hesitate if you're getting a tattoo? Yes. Should you hesitate if you're gambling? Yes. Should you hesitate if you are signing a legal document? Yes. You need your prefrontal cortex for those things. You need to interrupt it, make a decision. Should you hesitate on making a phone call? No. Should you hesitate on speaking up in a meeting? No. Should you hesitate when you feel yourself starting to procrastinate and you know you got work that you should get done? No, you shouldn't hesitate at all. Should you hesitate in saying the thing that you really feel in your heart? No, you shouldn't. Should you hesitate and edit yourself when you're talking? No, you shouldn't. But we've all trained ourselves to. So it's actually this habit of hesitating. You start catching yourself. It's a huge moment of power because you have a decision to make, and you got to make it in the next 5 seconds. Are you going to go on autopilot and get trapped in your mind? Or are you going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and awaken your prefrontal cortex and drive forward?
Everybody's got lions on their profiles. Everybody talks positive about themselves. Everybody talks like you a beast. You dress like you a beast. You got the cards like a beast. But then when it's time to do what beasts do, you back up. You got to get up and make it happen. I can, I will, I must.
How do you get to that next level? How do I get my business to the next place? How do I get other people to the next place? Look, if you want to get rich, you want to be really successful. When I say rich, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about a rich life, freedom, time with family, choices, get to do what you want. Look, if you want to be in business for yourself and free, you must learn to dominate. You cannot compete. Dude, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You know what? Most people are going to spend more time in their life working than any other single thing and not being successful. You got to be totally committed. Everybody agree? You got to be completely uncertain. You want $1 million? You want $2 million? You want $5 million? How much money do you want? How much success do you want? How much notoriety do you want? You want a New York Times bestseller? Why can't you have everything? Oh, but I'm 65. So what? Man, Colonel Harlan Sanders made all his money after he was 65 years old. He wasted the first 64 years. If you're not sure of your own value, your own goals, and what you want, the world will never reward you.
Just like a human growth, this body can never grow. Certain time, the slow of growth of the body is slow, but you should grow your mind, grow your culture, grow your value, grow your wisdom.
You control your destiny. You can create what you want to create. You have gifts that nobody else on the planet has. You have talent. You have everything. Everything you need to become whatever you want is right here.
Believe what you're doing, love it, whether people like it, don't like it, be simple. And like the word, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you can get, right? I never know I would be here talking to you, talking to Charlie Rose. I never know.
I just made one choice when I was 16 years old that I was no longer going to be a victim, and that I was going to be a hero to myself, and that I was going to change my life. And I had no idea that it would lead me here, and no idea I'd be here in the set talking to you, doing what we're doing. No idea. It was never part of the plan. The only thing I knew is I didn't want to be the victim and this other trajectory of life. I wanted something different, so I made that choice.
The choices you make today, tomorrow, they might affect you for the next year, 5 years, 10 years, or for the rest of your life.
A lot of young people lose hope, lose vision, and start to complain.
What does being a victim get you? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if you're getting nothing from one direction, why not turn around and go to the other direction? Path of victimization is nothing. path of hero, you might as well give it a shot, and all the different cool things that happen along the way are just amazing.
There's never a lack of opportunity. Never. If you don't think there's an opportunity there, you haven't found it. And so it's not the opportunities, it's you.
Remember, the mind controls the body does not control the mind. What makes these guys special and successful in everything they do is not their physical gifts, it's their mental toughness.
What you're looking for and what you're talking about and what you need is self-discipline. Now, self-discipline, as the very term implies, comes from the self. It comes from you. It comes from when you make a decision to be disciplined. When you make a decision to be better. When you make a decision to do more and to be.
I don't know what you're feeling, but you can tell me anyway. Cause you're hurting my feelings, I know you can love me. Tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, if you want to get out of my life. But tonight, but tonight, but tonight, oh yeah. Tell me now, tell me now, tell me now, if you want to get out of my life. But tonight, but tonight, but tonight, in my heart, there is nothing. Oh my heart, there's no better. In my heart, there is nothing. Oh my heart, there's no better.
more.
Well, I think the one thing that discipline definitely does help you with is it helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success.
Make some choices. With new choices, you're going to get new results. With new results, you're going to get transformation.
When you're no longer willing to tolerate something, that's when your life changes.
Develop the habits. You've got the brain power, you've got the energy, but develop the habits of success.
We know that one of the things about high achievers, they all have goals. So literally without goals, you're directionless. You will be used. See, people without goals get used by other people who have them. People that don't have goals work for people who do.